Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bluegrass Sports Nation. Tonight, we're going to have the Perry Central Lady Commodores taking on the Hazard Lady Bulldogs. It's a little bit of a late start here. Usually, we get started about 6 o'clock, but a little bit of a typhoon kind of come through here at about 5:45. So we've kind of quick dried it and tried to get this going. They got the field looking good. It is a little damp, obviously, but good enough to play ball. I'm Matthew Hudson tonight, and I'll be joined with the
Hi.
one and only Sam Turner. So I said her debut here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. I've asked her multiple times.
We'll take it.
Finally got you on here.
Can't beat a Hazard Perry rival in any sport.
No, like I said, was had quite a few. Let's say it that way. Quite a few technical difficulties. Um, so we are still working on getting another camera angle pulled up. We do have the battery, and I'm gonna try to get that kind of dialed in a little more here as we go. Tonight on the mound for Perry Central, we have number 32.
Jossie Mullins. It's like up to bat first for Hazard is Mallory Combs.
Yeah, well, Mallory's, I said, really off to a really hot start this year. Mallory is already batting 476 on the season. So, like I said, one of the most consistent bats for the Lady Bulldogs. Has a big hit up the middle there. Mallory, straight up the middle.
It's fielded by Hoskins.
Yeah, listen, Hoskins out there in center field, plenty of speed.
Dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous speed. I mean, if you go try to hit it towards center field, you better hit a gap, and it better be hard because she's going to cover a ton of ground quickly. Like I said, Mallory, good job there getting on first.
You got Hoskins, Shepard, and Fugit in that outfield. It's hard to get anything unless it's over.
I have number 22 here. Looks like Riley Griffith coming up for the Lady Bulldogs.
Combs going to try to steal second. Just backed it up.
Riley Griffith, if you've not got to see her play, has a big bat. Like I said, has been one of the Hazard's premier players for years now. Has the pitch high. Combs easily into second there.
Just a little slow on that.
You can't be any slow if you want to try to throw Mallory out. She's got some speed too.
Yeah, absolutely. Mullins there on the mound for the Commodore. She's one of the best around here, and it Combs has got some speed. It's hard to stop.
As Griffith smokes one to the left, it does get down. Oh,
Shepard. It's like Combs going to third.
So they're saying, let's see what they're doing. They've awarded. Waiting on the up here, seeing what's going on. They're saying Riley. At first, they're saying it was out, but no. Now the blue in the outfield said no, the ball was down.
So they gave the run.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on here, guys. Hold on one sec. They're still discussing it. As Gayhart and saying, "Let me get this lined out." I'm sure I should be working on this camera over here. Is what I should be doing. So, like I said, guys, about 5:45. The forecast here at Perry, we decided to come up and do the game. The forecast was 10% chance of rain.
So now they have advanced
They
to
advanced
second
both.
and gave the run
Yes.
for Combs.
So after the hit landed by Griffith, they hold on here. So the hit landed for Griffith, and they're saying there was some kind of interference. So Combs had already was on third, so they awarded them both one more base. So now Griffith's on second, and the run Combs comes across for the first run for the Lady Bulldogs.
Mullins with a high right pitch. I don't think that was the popular opinion based on Coach Rat.
No, Ratliff is not the happiest man ever right now. And there are some of the fans here, but that is the call, and that is what it will be. So, no going back on it now.
2 balls, no strikes.
Move big cut. Makes me glad we didn't have our fence cam up. That would have been gone. She gets ready to deliver.
Fouls another one
A
off.
little bit of a rise ball there. Will come up high in the zone. Those are the hardest to ever try to get rid of and not swing at.
It gives us a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hazard on top, 1-0 in the top of the first. Swings at that one, and that'll be strike number 3.
And that off-speed pitch was deadly. Had her way up front.
Be the first out for the Lady Bulldogs.
Almost there, Sam.
We're getting there.
Yeah. So power issues, tech issues. It's everything tonight with all the water. So Rick Griffith's still on second, but like I said, good strike out there to get that first out of the inning.
First ball. There's a strike.
Listen, softball is one of my absolute favorite sports to call. The action's always fast paced. You know, baseball takes a little bit longer. I still love being outside, being around baseball, but softball's so much quicker.
There's one up, heads into the top of the field house.
Yeah, big deep foul ball here. That's one good thing is the parking's not real close. Most fields we go to, you always have to worry. Every time there's a cut foul, you're like, oh, there's my windshield.
Right.
But here at Perry, like I said, it is a little bit bigger venue. Like I said, the parking is off to the side. Guys, bear with me. I'm going to try to adjust this camera a bit.
Got a 1-2 count. Mullins getting a call from Coach Ratliff. Little low. Bring us 2-2.
I'm glad you are keeping me up to date, trying to do this other stuff. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Mullins gets the sign, looks it over. Another off speed looks like food.
Get with a nice catch in the outfield.
And I couldn't show it. That sucks. Yeah, but really good contact. And that's the problem with baseball a lot of times, softball too. A lot of times, though, is you got to find the gap.
Right.
You know, you said really well hit ball, but straight at the right fielder.
Yep. Made it great cut on the ball, but Fugit just came up and snatched that one out of the air to bring up the Bulldogs' second out. Nice smack, fielded by Dixon, and to Couch for the third out for the top of the first for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, so the Bulldogs do get 2 hits, 1 run on that kind of, like I said, the fielder error there, kind of, I guess, obstruction call that they had. So they do get 1 run across, but good job by them Lady Commodores rallying back, getting those 3 outs and, you know, minimizing the damage. Griffith got to second. Right. And never moved any further.
Right. That one error kind of turned things there and allowed them to get that 1 run in.
Yeah, so like I said, as Hazard takes the field, we're going to get a quick commercial break. We'll be back here in 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds, all in one stop. at Go Time.
Welcome back here to Commodore Field. As the Commodores are going to try to cut or get back into this game, see if they can tie it up or take the lead.
We're starting off Alyssa Dixon, leadoff batter for the Commodores in the bottom of the first. First ball is a strike for the freshman pitcher from the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, Chesney, if you get on the mound tonight for the Lady Bulldogs.
Second ball. Alyssa Dixon comes in batting the highest average on the Lady Commodores team.
Well, if you've been watching Commodore softball at all for the last few years, you've probably heard the name Dixon quite a few times.
You know that Dixon last name. You
Yeah.
got Alyssa and Ashlyn on this team. Alyssa's older sister Kaylee, a couple years back. So Dixon team seems to be a name that carries here.
Big rip, cuts it out down the first base line, foul.
Fouls that one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Dixon. The first batter for the Commodores in the bottom of the first. A little high.
It comes in with that off-speed pitch. That's one thing you'll notice a lot in middle school and high school softball and baseball both is the control usually on the fastball is there. You use it a lot more, but the off-speed pitch tends to float.
Right. There's the same ball. Walker to first base. Get one on.
Yeah, and her on base is that dangerous. Like, so we're talking about speed. She is one of the tops in the region.
You talk about speed, and you got Ashlyn Dixon up next. Just another one of those Dixon girls that this is their sport, and that speed's theirs. Alyssa went for second and dialed back on the strike. But the speed's there, Coach Ratliff, he's got it anywhere he puts it on the field. Taylor Hoskins is actually the next batter. She's right there with him.
As Dixon goes. And she is safe in on second. A good throw. Like I said, it's just better running. I say a lot of speed. It's hard to get to combat that. As was 2 strikes, it looked like a hit and run.
Right. 2 strikes with 1 runner on second.
Oh, let's slap it back up the middle.
To the middle, and
I said, and it brings Dixon home.
And Ashlyn Dixon's a second all the way around. And that ties us up in the first with 2 outs.
Good hit there. I should be able to bring it in. Hoskins coming up the bat, another dangerous hitter for the Commodores. So like I said, already with a runner in scoring position, so in great shape here for Perry Central.
First ball's a strike.
As a pitcher, you're always looking. That's what usually the best pitcher you're going to see is a batter. They're trying to get ahead in the count. It's always better to work from when you're ahead.
Right. Swung at that one right up the middle and just couldn't connect with it. Brings up her second strike for Hoskins.
It looks like she was looking for that fastball and the off speed way out in front. You got to think the pitching is so cerebral, so mental. You're trying to think outsmart the batter, try to catch them off guard.
A little high there. Bring up the first ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoskins reset and step back up to the plate. Still got Dixon out there on second. Same positioning on that ball brings up 2 balls.
Yeah, so you could just really not, way ahead in the count, just trying to get her to chase, not giving her anything good to hit.
Smart move from the pitcher. So right up.
Ooh. Hard hit down third base line, lands about 2 feet foul.
We'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Okay, 2-2 count. Hoskins for bat. Fouls that one off. Hoskins is hanging on for dear life right there with that count.
Yeah, doing a good job battling it out here.
Fouls that one off.
Still bad.
She's gonna hang with it all night till she lines one out. But let me tell you, she's dangerous when she gets it going.
Yeah, and one thing you always got to think about, she's not got on base. She's not actually got a hit yet, but still making them pitch. Get running that pitch count up, trying to tire the pitcher out. These things matter late in the game.
Absolutely. There's another one. She just keeps swinging on it, hanging.
Yeah, it looked like it was another off-speed pitch there. You can tell she was already loaded up and almost started with her swing and noticed and had to slow it down. So really good show there by Hoskins knowing how to adjust.
Hoskins, the senior, plenty of experience here for the Commodores. There's another one down the third base line, fouls that one off and comes back for try it again.
Hey.
Another one straight down the third base line, fielded and caught by the first baseman for the Bulldogs.
She's been eating that third base lineup. I actually stayed in the field that time, but good field there. It's that third base, good rip to first, and the second out of the inning. But the runner does advance to third.
Runner advances, and so we got number 15, Shepard, up for the Commodores.
Oh, my, that's the first out of the inning. I'm sorry.
First out. Shepard coming in with the second best batting average for the Commodores. Got the first ball's a strike. A wide ride on that one.
Yeah, if you misses that off speed down away. Well, we named them off here already. Sandlin and Gayhart tonight are the umps doing a good job, staying consistent. That's the main thing you can ask for.
Another one down the third base line. She's gonna get the runner out, going home, and then Shepard tried to advance to second and got her out for the double play to make 3 outs.
Yeah, huge play there by the Lady Bulldogs. Been able to get out of the inning. It said had the runner in her scoring position. Third baseman just high IQ play.
Yeah,
Held the ball. Notice she already had her off the base. Able to run her down, get the out at home, and the quick turnaround by the catcher and a great throw to get it down to second, get the other out. So 2 quick outs, gets them out of the inning, and the Lady Bulldogs, really kind of mitigate the damage. They kind of limit them to the 1 run. So we'll go into the top of the second, all tied up. The Lady Bulldogs won, Lady Commodores won. We're going to take about a 90-second break, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Just up the road in Erlanger, Kentucky's own playing card company produces more than 5 billion cards a year. We know because we're Kentucky's insurance company, insuring all sorts of property damage involving your auto and home, but not your house of cards. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Appalachia's #1 motorsports dealer since 2007, YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality off-road vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 5 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, Painesville, Ashland, or Pound, or you can always visit us online at ypkmotorsports.com. As we're back here at Commodore Field, getting top of the second rolling, Lady Bulldogs back up the bat. Going to be led off by number 5 this inning. And I hate when KHSA does not have the same numbers that I do. So number 5 is undetermined at the moment. Like I said, this is probably their home roster. We'll see if we can get that name for you real quick.
First ball fouled down the third base line. Mullen's such a high IQ pitcher for the Commodores.
Getting the call here. Can't see Coach Ratliff. I'm guessing he's somewhere within eye range of her. Big rip to the left.
Same way we're burning that third base line up tonight on both sides,
It seems like, a lot of times when you're eating third base up, the bats are a little too quick. And you're getting turned on the ball a little too much, too fast. Kind of a good problem to be having. It means you're going to make good contact, but like I said, they're all drifting 2 or 3 feet outside here. So it goes 0-2 count coming to the Lady Bulldogs.
There's the first ball. Bring up 1-2 count.
And sitting so far ahead, in the count, you expect her to kind of play around.
Yeah.
Hit the outside edges, give her something. If she does make contact, then end up in a ground ball. As we say it, she rings her up.
Number 3. And this weather is not pitching weather. The humidity and just all the dampness in the air with following the storms. I could imagine pitching the ball is not easy in this, but Mullins gets her first strikeout right there on the first up at bat in the top of the second.
Yeah, and the forecast has got it dropping like 15 degrees in like the next hour and a half. So I said they'll get used to it and then it'll change.
Yeah, we'll be shooting.
Ooh,
nice.
Hard hit to second.
Shortstop.
Oh,
Couch loses the ball and the runner is able to secure that first base. Couch stretched out there, but just couldn't put it all together there. Nice job by the runner for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, like I said, the ball hit so hard to second base. Kind of kicked it around a second there because he couldn't control it. Then the quick pitch to Couch. Couldn't get it out of the dirt. So they do have a base runner on first for the Lady Bulldogs.
High pitch.
That'll be ruled an error for Perry Central.
Nice smack out to Hoskins. She's able to secure it out deep in the outfield.
It's a quick, good hard hit. Like I said, once again, great contact. But right at Hoskins.
Right at Hoskins.
Yeah.
That just goes back to that outfield. You got Fugit, Hoskins, and Shepard, all 3 out there. It's hard to get anything going unless you're sending it over the fence.
Yeah, and so Hoskins maybe you move 3-4 feet tops to get that one. So.
Next batter fouls this one off.
Quick cut. Yep, back to the field house. Foul
Beating
ball.
up good on the roof of the field house tonight.
That thing has had, I would say, quite a few land up there.
For ball.
Ball one comes in low.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs for the Bulldogs.
I do have a number 3 on my roster. So number 3 is Haley Jones here for the Lady Bulldogs. Haley batting .368 on the season.
Close on that pitch. Bring up 2 balls, 1 strike. Still 2 outs in the top of the second. All tied up with 1 run.
Yeah, so the runner on first. I'm not in scoring position yet with 2 outs. So good job here by.
It was a smack straight to Dixon for the out on second. The runner's still able to secure first, but it'll be the 3rd out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Dixon didn't know. I don't think Dixon knew there was 2 outs. She was going to get 4 this inning.
Yeah, she was still swinging. Couch stood up and hit her with a good. What are you doing?
Yeah, so like I said, Lady Bulldogs do get on base, get a runner on base. They strand them. So they Commodores once again going to have a great opportunity here going into the bottom of the second to try to get this lead. So we're going to kick it out real quick this time for about 2 minutes here on Bluegrass Sports Nation for a commercial break. Join us back on the other side.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
We're back here to Commodore Field. I said looks like pitcher's coming up. The Mullins coming up to bat here to start off the second. And I want to click this button and see if it works. It does, but there's something on the screen that's weird. What is that? So let's get rid of that. There we go. So we have another camera angle. So right now it's just not configured exactly.
Mullins with us.
Really high pop fly.
Yep. And it is caught by Mallory Combs out there.
Mallory comes over from short, calls everyone off, and gets that out.
Just Mullins making connection with the ball quick. Got Olivia Robinson up next.
Put back over to this. There we go.
First out for the Commodores. Robinson starting us out here. First ball is a strike.
Like I said, mentality, a lot of times that first pitch is going to be close. It's hard not to swing at the first one.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
A smack fouls that next one off. Second strike for Lady Commodores. Got one out.
yeah, once again, dragging that down third base line, too far ahead.
Robinson steps back up, waiting for the next ball. Chases that one out straight to the pitcher, and she is out on first.
Yeah, good job by Few. Gets one hopper right back to her. Stays calm, fields cleanly, easy for out at the first.
Now, that's two quick outs. If the Bulldogs have been able to get over the Commodores, Commodores senior Cheyenne Couch, number 21, up to the next.
And if you follow me about any sport up here, Lady Commodores, you know the name Cheyenne Couch. So,
Oh yeah, she's done it all. And if she hasn't, she's going to before she graduates here for long.
yeah. And talking about Cheyenne, you know, you talk about a great ball player, but even a better girl. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
absolutely. Great student.
Great young lady.
Great student. I couldn't ask for much more in a person than Couch. Just all around athlete, all around person, just top notch kid.
And she needs to make us look good here and smack one or hit.
That's it. Put it over the fence for me right here. Let me say something else good about her. Chases that one a little bit. Be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, she's done that multiple times tonight. You know, she's great use. Like we're talking about the mental aspect. Few get coming in. Seems like she's catching the Commodores right when they think the fastball's coming with that off speed.
Right.
Oh, there's Couch for good heart.
Smacks to Combs, straight to first base. And that'd be the third out for the Commodores. No runs in this inning for either team.
It's a good hard contact, Lady Commodores, but right at the Bulldogs. So low pitches, you know, probably only 15 pitches in that inning. So it keeps her pitch count down, gets out of it quickly, and no runs on the board. So now it's Hazard's turn. So it's always nice to come up, be able to take the lead when you're back up to bat.
Absolutely.
So we'll come back here at the top of the third in about 90 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
As we're back here, Perry Central, top of the lineup back up to town for the Lady Bulldogs as Mallory will step back to the plate.
Mullins throwing that first pitch out there. First pitch is a strike for the Commodores. Both teams was able to secure a run in the first, kind of went a little cold in the second. It was very short-lived on both sides, sent us into the third. Just Combs smacks that one deep yet again, straight to Hoskins. It's just deadly territory out there, Matt.
Yeah, you just got, I mean, I'm not sure where you hit it. If you're going to hit it in the grass, it better be a low line drive hit. If you get any kind of air up under it, the Lady Commodores covering so much ground.
Right.
You'll be able to get those out.
And you got the speed here in the infield with the Dixon girls, you know, and you got Caps. There's another smack straight out there. Hoskins runs that one down. She's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's just another one of those, where do I put it?
Mm-hmm. Because we have this other view, but the problem is that the Lady Bulldogs, are hitting everything way far out through there. So it's not going to do us much good to come back to this view right now. It's kind of pretty to see the skyline. But
There's another strike for Mullins.
that's one thing we're going to try to come up and cover. We have 8 games on the schedule this year for the Lady Commodores. Come up and cover them. We've talked to Eddie Browning too about the Lady Bulldogs, try to get some of those on the schedule. But we got to figure out, these ballparks are all different. So camera angles, we got to figure out how we're going to get to show these.
There's another one popped up, and Hoskins.
And so Mullins, like I said, throwing strikes. She's getting them across the plate where she needs to, and trusting in her defense.
Absolutely.
Right now, it's been the right call. So they're hitting everything to center to Hoskins. It's an out.
And you got Hoskins back behind you. You got those girls in the outfield. It's easy. It makes a pitcher's job a lot easier, because one slip up, you let them connect with the ball on the bat, and you know what you got back there that's going to be able to bring it in.
Yeah, and so I'm going to quit saying 90 seconds, because these girls are getting like 2 pitches and a throwdown. So we're going to take 2 commercials real quick and be right back here on BSN.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more than just your banker. For over a century, we've stood by your side through the good times and bad. We provide the local touch you want in a banker and the convenience of online banking when
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
2-1. As we come back, as Avery Rattler steps into the box here. Yes. All inside.
Ratliff, the catcher, an 8th grader, playing up for the Lady Commodores here.
Ratliff. That name seems familiar.
Seems a little familiar in Perry Central softball territory.
Oh,
Smack
big
on the second one, nice, and she's gonna.
First, hard hit right to Mallory, but like I said, it had so much torque on it, so much speed that it's hard to handle. Not able to get the out at first.
Ratliff's just another one of those kids, and that one, first ball's fouled off. Ratliff's another one of those kids that just, the speed is unmatched.
Yeah, and to have that, to be able to say that about such a young athlete, we have to say her name for this year and 4 more.
Absolutely.
So, that's going to be a whole lot of time. A lot of people are going to get a notice on this girl.
She's starting off, starting pitcher for, Lady Commodores varsity, and this isn't a nobody softball program. Coach Ratliff's done great with this program, getting it up to the top of the region. And she, coming in as an 8th grader, starting catcher, and that says a name for itself. Be 1 ball, 1 strike. Fugit. Fugit also just a freshman. There's some youth on the field there for the Commodores right now.
Yeah, was it off-speed pitch misses high there, so it'll kind of be 2-1.
Fouls that next one off, bring up 2-2 count.
Good hard swing. See if she gives her anything to hit here. I said still, counts even. You're going to give her something. With that off speed has been deadly so far, so Fugit may go back to it.
She can't dial that one in the box.
He misses just outside there. Runs the count full 3-2. So danger time here. You no outs. Yeah, already a runner on first.
Fouls that one straight up.
And great job there. You know, it counts full anything that's close.
Absolutely.
Anything that's close, you got to swing on it.
And McKenna Fugue, you know, she is a freshman, but she's got plenty of softball background and just really knows if she puts that one up high,
Way deep in the left.
come and snag that one out of there. Keep the runner on first.
Yeah, good job by Haley Jones there, covering a lot of ground out in left and getting that fly out.
Making her way to the plate, number 9.
There's another one of those Dixons back up for the Commodores. It's not going to go away.
And so Alyssa got the bat here. A lefty. See what she can do. First.
Max that one. Straight down the first base. Straight over the fence.
There's a photographer down there right on that fence line. She probably got him. She woke up real quick.
I wouldn't want to be standing down there. Just great connection on the ball. Just got to line that one out. It's got the power behind it. There's another one straight up.
It's up.
Like it's going.
As Chris,
Big Chris Neese there with a catch.
His niece stands up. Everybody else scurrying away.
Saves the day.
Yeah. He's not wearing blue, though, so that's not an out. That's just a strike. So Alyssa can battle back here from the 0-2 count.
So just one out for the Commodores.
That one close there on top. Misses just high. Ball 1.
Dixon waiting on the ball. There it is. Smacks that one straight down.
Oh. Lands fair. About 6 inches inside that line there. Tons of spin on it.
It's just it's one of those spots as an outfielder. Do I stay or do I go?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't really know what to expect there. But
so following Dixon is Dixon.
Got Ratliff on second, Dixon on first, and then Ashlyn Dixon coming in here. I'm going to try to get some runs in here in the third.
Yeah, and with one out, you kind of wonder, you know Dixon's got great speed. Does he signal for a bunt? You know, what does Ratliff call here? Does he just tell her to swing freely? You have an athlete of her caliber, though. You kind of just go to the plate and kind of let her do her thing.
Let them do it. You know, that makes coaching easy when you've got an athlete that's just, and that's across the board in all aspects of sports. If you've got an athlete that's got high IQ in the sport, Dixon fouls that one down that third base line yet again, but makes the coaching job a lot easier when they've developed that skill. You know, that both Dixon girls are seniors here, and they've grew up in the program and kind of know what Coach Ratliff expects. High there, bring up 2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitch there, that's dangerous. You know, talking about Fugit's had that ball a couple times tonight drop into the zone.
Right. So smack straight over and loses it in the outfield. There's Ratliff.
So a 2 RBI triple by Dixon. With one out here gives the Lady Commodores the 3-1 lead. And the world's worst. I've said this if you watch any BSN broadcast this year. I'm sorry, I'm the world's worst for not putting the hits on the board. I keep the runs usually, but I forget to put the hits up there. So right now they have 3 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for the Lady Commodores. As I said, Dixon is on third.
Now, you got Dixon on third. You got Hoskins up to the plate. It's dangerous territory for the Bulldogs at any time. You got Hoskins up there. Smacks that one straight down for the first foul ball. But they start lining those up, and it's just dangerous territory. But Hazard's done a great job keeping them, you know, in the infield there and not giving a lot of success up. Just allowing 3 runs here thus far.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Coming to Hoskins. Ball inside.
Side there. Awful close. Hoskins just backs off of it. And there lines that one out. Bring up 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah. So strike 2, 2-2 count. 1 out here in the third.
Strikes that one. We're gonna run Dixon in. Oh, it overthrows the plate. Hoskins passes first.
Yeah, that one, that was a lot to digest. Let's see if we can handle the. So, she hits one down third base line. It was going to be fair. You know, it was going to stay fair. Dixon is already off third base by the time the third baseman picks it up. So she does the same thing they got actually made work in the first. She tries to run her down at home, but misses the throw.
Overthrows the catcher.
The whole time this is going on, Hoskins has gone around first, headed to second, and it just heads up base running and gets all the way to third.
Is clipping second when they try to throw her out at second, and they miss that ball, advancing her to third.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how many errors they're going to put on the board. They put 2 errors on the board on that one play. So
and that's the overthrow on the catcher, and then the miss at second there.
Because honestly, that was a single.
Right.
But she advanced on the errors.
Right.
So she's on third, still with 1 out. So Perry Central, like I said, got a great opportunity here, already at 4-1, still with 1 out in the bottom of the third.
Got the freshman Michaela Shepard with a pop there. It's like the first runners an out. That brings up 2 outs. Not bad.
Yeah, first pitch swinging, high fly ball there. Like I said, Mallory comes in and calls them off, gets that infield fly.
Got the pitcher up to the plate. See if Mullins can line 1 out for the Commodores. Pretty successful 3rd inning for the Doors. First ball.
Yeah, as a pitcher coming up to bat, you always feel like you got a little bit of advantage. You know, you've been pitching the whole game, so you know what the ump likes. You know where the ball is going to be called a strike. So it gives you the advantage of knowing what to pick and choose. Causes some arguments sometimes. You know, Mullins be like, "You didn't call that last game."
Yeah,
that was a strike for me.
It would be easy to just turn around there and give him a mouthful, but
no, she's not that kind of girl.
No, not a chance.
Big hard hit.
Smacks that one down. Got number 5, Sophie Moore in for courtesy runner for the pitcher there. Moore, sophomore for the Commodores. Next to bat, got is that Robinson?
Yeah, Robinson's up to bat. Now, Robinson's ground out. She had like the one hopper back to the pitcher, I think, last time she's up at the bat.
Right. See if she can line 1 out this time. First ball is a strike. Still got 2 outs for the Commodores. Runner on first.
Oh,
straight to the third baseman there for the 3rd out for the Commodores. Nice catch there by the third baseman for the Lady Bulldogs.
And so bad luck again. Another hard hit, but right at a defender. Line drive right to third baseman and out ends the inning. So then we go to the top of the 4th, and Lady Bulldogs have some work to do now.
They They allowed the Commodores to kind of climb the mountain there. They put themselves in a little bit of a hole there, but come out in the top of the fourth, they kind of know that they got to buckle down right here and get something going to try to cut into this 1-5 uh, advantage for the Commodores.
Yeah, like I said, it felt a whole lot different 1-1 at the end, last inning. So, see if the Bulldogs thrive under this pressure or
You fold.
yeah,
You
one or the
either-
other. We got to go.
Yeah.
So, we'll be back in here real quick after 2 commercial breaks on BSN.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental.
As we come back, just a hair late. Eddington up to bat here for the Lady Bulldogs. Going to lead this off. Takes ball 1 low.
You know, Eddington, that's a name. If you know 54th District girls basketball, you know the Lady Bulldogs, you know Eddington's name. Big minutes for Coach Howard this year, and here she is out here looking to make the same noise for softball coach. She starts with a 1-1 count. Swings on that one.
Oh, good hard hit. Up towards third, gets between short and third. So a leadoff single by Eddington.
Both Dixon girls went for that one, and both were just a hair short coming from each direction. She was able to split the difference there and get it down. Let Shepard try to get it in the infield. Luckily, they were able to get her in and stop her at first.
As the lights are on full blast, and the camera will change throughout the night. Just a heads up, baseball and softball is a lot different than our basketball. Basketball, you go inside, the lights are on, and it stays that way the entire time. Baseball time, a lot of times we start out and it's full sun, and then we got to try to adjust as the lights come on and the sun goes down. Oh, off the end of the bat.
Wow. Makes it to second. And is safe there on first. So, excellent job here so far by the Lady Bulldogs. Both runners got first and second base, working to cut into this, 1-5 lead for the Commodores. The Bulldogs are right on top of what they need to be.
Yeah, it looked like she hit the ball right off the end of the bat. Didn't know. It looked like Mullins is going to be able to handle it. But probably the moisture coming into play here. You got to think this field is really wet. Tried to pick the ball up twice.
Right.
And just couldn't handle it.
First ball for the Commodores.
As number 5, the only one I don't have on the roster for the Lady Bulldogs, is back at the bat.
Swings that one. Pop up couch chasing that one down. Snags it out of the air for the first out for the Lady Bulldogs.
Anybody out there in Facebook land? We got a few people, quite a few people watching. If you got to help me out, number 5, the away jersey for the Hazard Lady Bulldogs. Since I don't have mine on our roster. As back to the game, we have runners on first and second, 1 out. Ball just outside. Heidi Jones here, another lefty for the Lady Bulldogs.
Lefty up. And there's another strike. Look, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, good job by Mullins. Hit that down and away corner.
She's got runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. Only got 1 out. There's another strike. Mullins, excellent job there, just putting in that zone.
And see if Mullins can pitch herself out of this jam. Like I said, already runners on first and second to start the inning. Got 1 quick out.
There's a ball, bring up a 2-2 count.
Goes back to that same spot. Tries to get that low and away strike call. That one just a little too far outside. Gayhart calls the ball.
It's hard not to go with it, Matt. Can't mess with what's working. Let her try it there. Swings that one out there.
Well, 2-2 count here. My butt hit the wrong button. Good fighting here by Jones, staying alive. Number 5. Yes, I knew Facebook was awesome. Chrissy Neese, thank you very much. Number 5 is Reagan Elkins. And she's number 25 on the roster we have. So sorry about that.
It's another foul ball. Jones holding on to that, fighting, and that's what you got to do. You got to. She's kind of got the Lady Bulldogs on her back right now, just fighting with that 2-2 count, trying to stay alive. So a full count, 3-2.
Yeah. So Jones, like I said, swinging at anything close and staying alive here. So now, like I said, that one high has a chance to get on base.
Smacks that one straight out. No one in the area.
Shepard, good reaction there and getting it in quickly. So Eddington not able to come home, but does advance to third. So now I see what Mullins. Yeah, Coach Ratliff coming out to talk to Mullins. Like I said, big moment here.
Yeah, absolutely. That 1-5 can quickly be turned around right here when you got bases loaded. Got an excellent batter up to the plate, and that changes the ball game right there.
Yeah, Maggie Combs coming up to the plate right now and batting .444 on the season.
Yeah, pretty good decision by Coach Ratliff. I won't give him much credit, but we'll give him a little bit. Pretty good decision by Coach Ratliff to pull him in and get everybody's heads all in line and kind of let them know what's at stake.
Yeah, just regather, real thing, bases loaded, so it's force. You got to always remember anything in the dirt, force is at home.
Yep.
Anything else, hitting outside, you just try to get, closest bag. But, just trying to remind these girls, stay calm. We still got this.
He's instructing Shepard out there in that left field, kind of talking her up a little bit. See what Combs is able to do here at the plate. Swings at the first one. Excellent ball by the pitcher.
Is it Combs being aggressive here, going after it?
Mullins just a sophomore there for the Commodores pitching. Tips that one off. No balls, 2 strikes. Still only 1 out for the Bulldogs, though.
Yeah, way ahead here. That's what the moment where you try to, you think, can you get her to chase? But a passed ball here may bring Eddington home. So you still have to be kind of cautious.
And Eddington's got some speed. She's got a little bit of length, too. She fouls that one off. Hanging tough. But Eddington there on third, that's also dangerous territory. Some speed, some length. She's able to stretch it out there, make it across home plate. Just got to protect that at all costs. Ball's up.
Close one there, but the ball outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes. So fouls that one off. Mate, you look at the scoreboard, you got Hazard with 1 run, Perry with 5, but right now Hazard they're in the seat to success with, the way they're showing on field.
Yeah, it's always weird when you think about baseball. There's 5 hits for both teams, but Perry Central has 5 runs and Hazard only has the 1.
Yeah.
So it's bad timing on those runs.
Yeah.
Ball 2 misses high. Counts 2-2. Still 1 out. So Combs doing a good job extending this at bat, staying alive. Now full count.
Now this is excellent job there by Combs hanging on to that. She got down early, with no balls, 2 strikes, and is able to fight back 3 balls, 2 strikes.
A hard hit.
This one straight out. Fugit in the outfield. There's Eddington coming in.
fielder scores for 2 runs. Now runners on first and third. 1 out still in the inning. So it's still a great opportunity here for the Lady Bulldogs to be able to cut into this lead a little more.
Absolutely. You know, they came out in this inning just, dug themselves in a hole, and we said they were gonna fold or they were gonna make the climb, and they're
Ooh, great bunt attempt here.
right there.
Gets it down, catcher quick to first, but not able to get it out. They have a runner yet in no man's land here, and they get the out. Good job by Dixon being able to get 1 out, but
Still gotta go up that run, man.
the runner does come across. The bunt, successful. Good hit there. Showed great speed down the base path. Not able to get her out at first. And what caused this whole pickle? You know what I mean? So, the bunt caused such a problem. Got the 1 run across.
Right. You get used to, Hazard's been attacking that outfield area all night. You get used to that, and then you dialing in that kind of throws a curveball at the defense. Like, try to throw out. So who's that for the Bulldogs there? Try to throw out second, but she remains safe.
Yeah, that's the girl just laid the bunt. Haley Jones laid the bunt down. She showed the speed and shows it again. Able to steal second. We're strike 2 here. Well, foul ball be strike 2. See if Mallory Combs can even this one up. That does have a runner in scoring position.
No balls, 2 strikes, 0-2 count.
Hard hit. Oh,
straight to Alyssa Dixon for the out, and just stepped up right when the Commodores need her. With Hazard had the runner in scoring position, could have easily tied this thing up if not went ahead and took the lead.
And Mallory smoked that one. It was a line drive, straight shot. It 2 feet off the ground and stayed there the whole time. But Dixon able to get her glove over there and snag that one for the 3rd out. So the Bulldogs do fight back. Lady Bulldogs come back now, only down 1 run. Going into the bottom of the 4th, we'll see if the Lady Commodores can try to extend this lead back out. We'll be back here in 1 minute on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
The 4th inning at Commodore Field. Let's see if the Lady Commodores can stretch this one back out. Looks like Cheyenne Couch is coming up to lead off the inning. I'm going to kick it, let Sam have it fully control here for a minute. I'm going to try to run out and adjust that camera. So, have fun, Sam.
I got Couch leading off the inning there for the Commodores. Bulldogs fought back strong. There were 3 runs in that top of the 4th there, and left the Commodores. Put them shivering back in their seat there a little bit. That'd bring it 4 to 5 runs. Commodore still with the lead run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couch waiting on the next ball here. Smacks that one up. She's going to first. Nice job by the pitcher coming in there and just snagging that one out of the air to get the first out, and puts the Lady Bulldogs. They're right back there with the Commodores. Dug themselves out of that hole and fought back in that inning and started this one off with an out, and going to keep chasing that. Avery Ratliff, 8th grader, up next to bat for the Commodores, the catcher. Avery. Ball. Great eye by Ratliff, and just kind of watch that one through. It's a strike right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out for the Commodores. No one on base. Second batter here. The bottom of the fourth for the Lady Doors. Ratliff smacks that one up. I'm going to chase it out and get for the second out. And the Bulldogs just start fighting back after that. One run apiece in the first, no runs in the second. The Commodores capitalizes on some errors in the third. And then the fourth, the Bulldogs just come out fighting back. Got Fugit up to the plate next. Looking to Digger Doors out of the hole here that they've created. Smacks one deep left field. They're chasing it. And that one is fielded by the Bulldogs. And that brings up 3 quick outs for the Doors. And, man, that fourth one was all Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And the
I jogged the whole way, and it's still,
And it still took you 30 minutes.
I know. Daggone. Like a quick 3 outs there. I'm out of breath. I'll adjust the camera and get it back in line here in just a second. But as we go to the top of the 5th, still 4-5. So great opportunity for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back here in 1 minute on BSN.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
Oh, as we come back and Griffith hits the first pitch. First pitch he sees is a pop infield fly. So quick out here.
Dixon able to secure that one. We had to take a little bit of an extended break. I had to go find oxygen for Matt. He had run across the field there. So
I was about halfway back, and all of a sudden I saw the third out hit, and I'm like, I'd better get in gear.
High right pitch there for Mullins.
As number 16 is at the bat, Peyton Fields. Man, another good batter for the Lady Bulldogs, batting .450 on the season.
Smacks that one straight out into dangerous territory yet again. Shepard fielding that one. Just goes right back to that. You got Fugit, you got Hoskins, you got Shepard, you got dangerous territory.
And we said 3 pitches, 2 outs. These innings are going quick right now.
Eddington back up for the Lady Bulldogs here. Chases that one a little bit, rolls past. Couch able to get her out. Just a quick inning yet again.
Wow. The bottom of the third and then the top of the fourth just took forever. I mean, we had 7 runs within a 1 inning spread there, and they got tons of offense. And then we turn around here in the 5th, at the bottom of the 4th and the top of the 5th, and we have like 20 pitches maybe.
Back to
and
nothing.
6 outs.
Yep.
So still 4-5 going into the bottom of the 5th.
You look at that. You look at the scoreboard. A little bit of consistency. You got 2-run, 1-1 in the first. No runs in the second. The Commodores pull out with 4 in the third. None for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs pull out with 3 in the fourth. None for the Doors. And there's some consistency, but you got. Neither team has been able to score more than 1 run combined there in any inning. So
yeah, it's like it went really hot for a second. Now they're really cold. So I said, we'll see what we got. We don't know what's coming up here this next outing here for the Lady Commodores. We're going to kick it out for a quick commercial break and be right back here on BSN.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
All right, we're back. Melissa Dixon up to lead off this inning for the Commodores. Connects with that one early, straight to her home dugout, and fouls that one off.
Yeah, that one dangerous. If you're gonna miss, you want to miss still hitting it hard because those little floaters down the baselines are dangerous territory.
Right. I think it had a lot to do with Coach Ratliff was standing there. I would probably aim at him as well.
This comes in a little high there. Ball one. Dixon showing good vision. One thing that both teams showed really good patience. Running the count full a lot, being able to battle at the at bats.
Absolutely, and just excellent pitching. And that kind of goes back to who you got behind you. You mess up. That you've got your outfield. Even your infield that kind of pick up the slack for you. So just excellent chemistry for both teams here. Smacks that one straight down the line.
Oh,
almost over the fence.
That one, maybe we would have been hard to see, but way out there in left field, she hit about a foot off from the top of the fence. Yeah, just another foot or two there, she would have had a home run. Great hit, though.
And that gives the Commodores a little bit of breathing room there, kind of getting them back out of their slump.
Yeah, leadoff runner here gets a double.
Followed by, yet again, another Dixon that's just...
Yeah, and a base runner on base. Like I said, obviously you don't want to allow one of those, but it brings in so much more things you have to think about as a defensive team. The catcher's got to keep their eye on the runner at all times. The pitcher's got to know where the runners are at.
Right.
So it's just more things to think about while you're trying to pitch.
And you got that runner on second directly behind your pitcher. You gotta trust that catcher there that she's kind of the eyes of the field for you and directing you, where you need to go and keeping you from really getting burnt from behind there. Two balls,
one strike there. Yeah, that off speed once again dropped into the zone that time. So she's been flirting with that all night. Sometimes it stayed high, but that time it broke perfectly right down into the zone.
Got Dixon up to bat. Dixon on second. Let's see what they can do. Got a 3-1 count. Ashlyn Dixon. Just a little bit of breathing room there.
Gets the call from Ratliff.
Tips on that one, and she's advancing to first.
So we have Dixon on one, Dixon on two, and Hoskins up to bat for Lady Commodores. This is where they did their damage last time.
Absolutely.
This part of the lineups where they kind of got hot and got some runs in.
And I'm thinking it was just about the same setup with Alyssa Dixon on second, Ashlyn Dixon on first, Hoskins up to bat.
Yeah, remember Hoskins is the one that had the little dribbler to third.
Yep.
And I got a triple out of it. So.
Right. And she's going to take a hit and load the bases with Shepard coming to the plate. And that is some speed you do not want on the field together.
So, well, it kind of helps you. If you're thinking about defense.
If you're the Bulldogs, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, but they can only go as fast as the one in front, but the problem is that the one in front's fast.
The one in front's just as fast.
So, yeah, Fugit here struggling with her control in the bottom of the fifth. As Coach Keith Combs comes out and talk to her for a minute, like once the same thing Ratliff did, and it worked great for the Lady Commodores to kind of, calm them down, talk to them, remind them, still I guess only a 1-run game. Just play defense. You got the force at home. Do your jobs.
Yeah, extremely reachable. The Commodores jumped out there in the third. The Lady Bulldogs fought back in the fourth. It brought us in for a great game. And now the Commodores sitting back in that driver's seat. It kind of momentum shifted to the Bulldogs there a little bit in the fourth. And then, the driver's seat, Commodores right back. And in great scoring position here with the freshman Michaela Shepard up to the plate. First ball. Pretty good crowd turned out. Let the weather blow by, and then
Yeah, so
a little crowd.
this pitch comes. Oh, hard hit in the gap.
Down.
Right in the gap. So once again, it's all about space. And you hit the ball as hard as you want to. But if you hit it at a defender, it's not doing you any good. So that one hits the left field. Both Hoskins enough speed. Both Dixons enough speed to come around and score. Hoskins takes second. And so still no outs here. Runners on first and second.
There to just kind of get that going, get that momentum back to the Doors.
That's ball one.
Jossie Mullins, the pitcher for the Commodores, up the bat. One ball. Smacks that one down right in that area again. Threads the needle to load the bases back up for the Doors. Excellent ball position there by Mullins.
Yeah, Jones able to drive in a hard from left field, get a quick relay in. So it does hold the runner. So no more runs come across. But the bases are loaded once again, still no outs.
You got it. Hats off to the Lady Bulldogs. They weren't in a good position there, but were able to capitalize, limit any runs right there on that hit. But it still just setting you up for danger and keeping the Commodores right there in that driver's seat.
Hard hit. Jones.
Robinson. And from Hoskins. But Robinson's able to finally advance. She's fought with it all night, finally able to get on base there. And have runner on first and second with Shy Couch coming in to clean it up.
Yeah, so one out here. There he goes. Comes in strike one.
That was one of those, do I stay or do I go?
Come in, look.
She's seen it. She was about to swing on it, just let it by her.
Good eye. That misses high. Ball one. Those highlights of those rise balls, especially in softball, are so hard to lay off of. The ball, the more it comes up, the bigger it gets.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's hittable.
Yeah. Couch smacks that one up. Oh, barely misses that one.
Get the force out at third.
Thankfully, the Bulldogs was able to bounce back, get that out on third. Leave two out for the Doors with the 8th grader up to bat with a runner on first and second in scoring position.
So the Lady Commodores do push it out to a 4-run lead, but Lady Bulldogs getting the forces here, able to get 2 outs quickly.
That 4 runs in this game means nothing because it's just when we started out, Commodores went up 5-1. The Doors fought back. Or the Bulldogs fought back, my bad. 5-4. Now the Doors have extended it back out. Got a courtesy runner in for Couch. The 7th grader, Ariana Johnson.
Those that aren't familiar with softball and baseball, courtesy runner, your catcher and your pitcher, you try to keep the game flowing. A lot of times they got to get one, you want to not risk injury, but 2, get them back in the dugout, get ready for the next inning. Hard hit.
Maxed there by Rat. Excellent hit there by Ratliff, the 8th grader for the Lady Commodores.
And just watching her yesterday, we know she's young, but the fundamentals, I mean,
yeah.
they're precise. It's almost like she's had a coach at home working with her.
It's almost like she's Bobby Ratliff's daughter.
So it's a good job here, advancing the runners on a round, getting a good double. Once again, she is the catcher, so another courtesy runner. She will go back to the dugout, so she can go ahead and start getting her gear on, get ready for the next inning.
Molly Holiday in there running for Ratliff. So we have an 8th grader on second, a 7th grader on third, and a freshman at bat.
Hard pop up.
Pops that one up.
Oh.
Awesome catch by the catcher there.
Yeah, Eddington tracks that one within about a foot of the backstop here, the fence. Doesn't let that kind of scare her away. Makes a great snag to get the third out and get out of this inning that I'm sure they're extremely happy to get out of.
Yeah, just an awesome play there by the catcher, Eddington, to secure that, because the Commodores yet again in scoring position with a runner on second and third with some speed there. So just high IQ play there, chasing that one down and not letting it just be considered a foul ball for the Doors.
Yeah, and so let's see if the Lady Bulldogs can answer back here. Last time the Lady Commodores put 4 runs on the board. The Bulldogs came back and got 3 the very next. Yeah, so see if they can get a rally going here and get back into this one. So, but now they are down 5 runs, getting late into this one, the 6th inning, so it's starting to feel a little bit different. But we're going to take one quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Back up the strike call. Comes in. We have Cadence Stallings up to bat here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Lady Bulldogs looking to cut back into this, like Matt said before the break there. Last time the Doors put up 4, the Dogs fought back with 3, so let's see if they can get that going here. It's going to take a little more than 3 to make up the difference in this one, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I never changed the inning from when I ran back here and I was, about to die from lack of oxygen. I have changed now. It is top of the 6th. Sorry about that.
We just got him recovered on this last break. He took his last puff out of the tank. Ooh. Awesome catch by Dixon there.
I had a really good shot on this other camera of that, but it happened so quick, I couldn't even click it. Froze rope right down to third base. Good snag. First out of the inning.
That's just an awesome snag. Alyssa Dixon had one of those early. Ashlyn Dixon snagging that one. Just trying to thread the needle down that line there, and both Dixon girls just able to come up with those in this game. Fouled straight down the third baseline. Lady Dogs waiting on the next pitch here from.
Ooh. As that off-speed pitch just drops. Too quickly, though. So it drops out of the zone, and we ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for the Lady Dogs here in the top of the 6th. He fouls that one off.
Good cut there. This is Reagan Elkins up to bat. That'd be 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we'll count 1 and 2, 1 out here, top of 6.
Elkins been making great connection on the ball here in this game, just struggling to get it out there. Got a 2-2 count here.
Once again, goes with that off-speed pitch. Just floats just down out of the zone.
She's hanging tough there. She fouls another one off. Keep the 2-2 count. Nice job battling there by Elkins for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, I always love a smart hitter. You know, you watch them in the box. You know, when they first come up, they got a different kind of stance, different gait. They're up there, and then count gets close. They get closer to the plate.
Yeah, it changes the game for sure. You know, while you're up there, it's just what smacks that one. Just a way to hang tough there by Elkins. It's really, starting to set in here a little bit. Got 5 run between you. You're in the top of the 6. You know, you gotta buckle down, and that's what she's doing. You know, holding on to that 2-2 count. Fouled off the last 3, if I'm not mistaken. Just
You, of course, are not mistaken.
I don't do that often. If I do, it's someone else's fault. And there's another one.
And we're happy for the new covering. If you guys have not been to, if you guys have not been up here to this complex, lots of changes within the last year. They built the big, I guess I want to say it's for media, awning here behind home plate, kind of keeps you dry and a few showers, and then a new one out in left field out there. Making improvements. The facility's looking awesome up here.
Just great job by the Perry County Schools, making sure it's all their facilities are always up to date and always looking to improve them. As Elkins fouls yet another one off.
Yeah, we're glad to be here. I think this is actually the first home game the Lady Commodores had this year. They played like 9 games. I called Coach Athens, like, you've got to come home eventually.
Yeah,
we have to cover something.
So they took the trip, went to the beach there, spent their spring break at the beach, picked up a few losses there. Looks like their only losses on the season. They come in 6-3, with all 3 losses being there in Florida at the Preston Hood Athletic Complex there.
So the Elkins still battles. Ooh, hard hit.
Finally gets one to connect, but awesome job by Elkins there, just battling. Shepard comes in to clean it up and snag that one out of left field.
So gets out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Only 4 more outs to work with at this point for the Lady Bulldogs, and starting to get a little bit crunch time.
Yeah, it for sure puts some pressure on the batter there. Got 2 outs, got no one on base, and you're down 5 runs.
Mullins goes back to the off speed, misses low in the dirt. As a pitcher, you have to be, this is kind of best scenario for you. You have 2 outs, no runners on base, you just pitch your game.
Right.
She misses high for ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
At the bat is number 10 for the Lady Bulldogs, Heidi Jones.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs.
High again, 3-0 count.
3 balls. 3-0 count. Just Jones in the driver's seat right here at this at bat. Looking to really get something going here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Sure, she had the universal sign of do not swing at this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she took strike 1.
Great job by Mullins. They're bouncing out, kind of bouncing back, knew what was coming from it. And she's going to walk. Going to take the walk to first base.
Yeah, and Jones, one of those young ladies for the Bulldogs, has good speed. So when she's on the base path, gives you something else to think about. She is a threat to try to steal second.
Absolutely. And you can tell, when she makes it to first up there, she is ready to steal second. It's it's next step on the list for sure. And she's in that position right now, already looking to go. And as soon as her teammate there gives her the opportunity, she's going.
Yeah, Maggie comes at the bat. 2 outs, you got to change your thought process as a base runner. 2 outs, every little thing contact, you're probably going to be moving.
Maggie Combs was the one that came in and smacked that one out center field area earlier to get to start those 3 runs for the Bulldogs. So swings at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs.
And once again, that ball kind of rised up into the zone and went after chasing, just missed it low.
Comes battling right there. Fouls that one off. Back over the fence here.
Once again, Combs scooting up close to the plate, not giving Mullins as much room to work with here. Just misses just off the edge, and that's what we're talking about. You crowd the plate, and the pitcher tries to, doesn't want to come too close inside, misses the outside corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for the Lady Bulldogs. Combs with a swing on that one. Fugit running it down, but it's down. Fugit sending it into second. We got the runner advances to third. Combs advances to first. Still with only 2 outs.
Little handy, like little man-made impromptu tripod over here trying to show the game. Sorry. Runners on first and third, still 2 outs. Strike 1.
Combs really trying to inch her way up to that second base. As soon as the batter gives her something, she's going.
Yeah,
you got speed on first and third. That seems to be the thing, and she's going right there, advancing. And all of a sudden, the game changes right here.
Yeah, you got 2 runners in scoring position, but the count is 0-2. So if you're Mullins, you have to think, just get the batter.
Yep.
If you get the batter, you're out of the inning.
And awesome job by Mullins stopping that ball. Danny Caprell wasn't getting it to first base catch for the out to close that inning out.
Yeah, so dangers on there. Like I said, 2 outs. It was looking really promising there for Mullins to get out of the inning quickly. Lady Bulldogs get 2 runners on, get them advanced to second and third, so both in scoring position, but leave them stranded. So crisis averted for the Lady Commodores, and they will take a 5-run lead into the bottom of the 6th inning here. So we're going to kick it out for 2 quick commercials and be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Leading off here is number 9, Miss Dixon again. I said, seems like when she's up to bat, Lady Commodores have had some luck.
Yeah, you got Dixon followed by Dixon, and I feel like followed by Dixon and followed by Dixon because the two can just thrive off of each other's game. That's just the chemistry they've been raised up with. And just a lot of success there.
Yeah.
First ball.
Yeah, but Dixon, Hoskins. I want to have to do some searching around the region and see if there's a faster back-to-back-to-back trio.
You won't find it. Don't waste your time.
So I mean that's a lot of speed real quick.
Even with the Combs sisters for the Bulldogs, that's some speed right there in itself when they're out there on the field. They're just quite a bit of speed with Eddington.
As ball is hit deep there towards right field came over and gets the catch. First out, quick out here to start off. So Dixon down, Dixon up. Ooh, off-speed catchers are looking.
Catchers are looking, gets that strike. That first pitch there to Ashlyn Dixon. Excellent job there by Hazard's pitcher, just being able to change up a little bit, throw something different at him. Dixon fouls that one off.
Yeah, so a quickly in the hole here, 0-2. Dixon can fight back out of this one. And after that late hitting, the late rally there by the Lady Bulldogs, I want to try to extend this inning. If you're a Commodore, if you don't get any runs, just try to, give them more time to think about it and get kind of cooled off.
A little high there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just 1 out for the Commodores here. Second batter up. Same place right there, fouling that next ball off. Just hanging tough there, though.
Yeah, so if there's anybody out there across the region watching, it's a coach or something watching it, when Ashlyn Dixon is at the bat, third base better be aware.
They better be ready.
That ball is going down third base line just about every time.
I swear I think it's just the position of Bobby Ratliff.
As she gets under this one, pops it. Oh, good play there.
Nice job.
By the second baseman, able to back up all the way into the grass. Gets that pop out.
Nice job there by the Bulldogs, being able to secure that one. At any time you can prevent one of the Dixons from getting on base, you need to consider that a win or success for yourself.
Yeah. Because that was number 22 there for Lady Bulldogs. Riley Griffith getting back and getting under that one.
Hoskins up to bat here, looking to finally connect and get this one over the fence.
Ooh.
He's driving it straight out there, same place.
Yeah, she hit that straight in the gap. I said left center. We were talking about such great speed on the field for both teams tonight. Low line drive, able to get it in there. So she comes in a second standing up. Gives the Lady Commodores the first base runner of the inning.
Got Shepard back up to bat here. She's going to smack this one.
Great hit there.
That's what it takes, man.
Yeah, I said, we've seen a lot of those deep flies tonight, kind of getting after Coach Dixon with the 1 foot from going over. That's the first one home run we've seen here tonight, though. That's a great hit, great contact. And so we talked about, though, you have to do that out there. That was an out. The center fielder was already there.
Yeah.
If that ball would have stayed in the park, it would have been the third out of the inning. So 2 outs, able to get their base runner and a home run. Add on 2 extra runs that you didn't think they were going to have.
Excellent job there just by the freshman Shepard on that, connecting with that, able to get him in. Give them a little more breathing room there, separating 11 runs to 4 for the Bulldogs.
Ball comes in high there to Mullins, so it'll be 1-1.
Still 2 outs here for the Commodores.
Another hard hit.
Gets under that one.
Infield came over and got that one. Don't know if we got that one or not. Kind of glitched out a little bit there. But that is the third out of the inning, and that will end the sixth with the Lady Commodores tacking on 2 more runs. That's it. After no base runners, 2 outs, kind of thought, moving on, the Lady Bulldogs to be able to keep some momentum. Commodores add on 2. So taking a 7-run lead into the 7th inning. To see if the Lady Bulldogs can fight back. We're going to kick it out for one more quick commercial break. 1 minute on BSN.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic.
We're back here to Perry Central Field. If you're a Lady Bulldogs fan, the best thing could happen for you is Mallory Combs is going to lead off the inning.
Smacks that one straight up.
Oh.
Dixon running, just taking that one out of the air.
We got to find a spot for a camera we can actually control here. Behind the backstop, they said most baseball, softball games, the fence, you try to zoom in and out, it really messes with you. Dixon covers a lot of ground, gets that pop fly almost out in the grass behind second base. So quick out.
Griffith up to bat next for the Lady Bulldogs. Just 1 out. First ball's a strike, though.
That's a 1 out here, 1 strike. Top of the 7th. Ball low. Griffith checks her swing.
1 ball, 1 strike. Griffith has to back up on that one a little bit. Mullins just a little close, a little high. Griffith able to hold on, get that 2-1 count.
Griffith steps out of second, gets a call from coach. Slaps at it, foul down third base.
A 2-2 count there with 1 out.
I feel like a baseball nerd sometimes here. Every time one of these girls comes up to bat, I'm trying to check see what kind of bat they're using. So I've been trying to look around for my kids and trying to find some good gear. And that's nerding out a little bit in baseball. As Griffith makes good contact.
Oh, slipped straight through the leg. The luck of the draw there with Ashlyn Dixon missing that first ball.
Yeah, so they have a base runner with 1 out here. Top of the 7th. Need a big rally for the Lady Bulldogs. Stay alive. And that helps.
That one up. Got Griffith moving. She's going to freeze right there. Give you a runner on first and second.
And a good hard hit ball all the way out to Hoskins in center. Good hard throw in, quick relay though. Hoskins sends it to third and holds the runner up at second.
Matt, right there again comes Eddington, and that's that's the one that you want with the bat in her hands in this situation at this point in the game. You know, she's got some strength, she's got some length, she's got some speed. She's got what it takes, I think, to kind of help the Bulldogs cut into this lead a little bit.
Yeah, so Eddington comes in the season. She does have a home run on the season already, batting .391. One of the 3 Lady Bulldogs with a home run. Mullins not giving her anything good yet. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Lady Commodores 2 outs away from getting out of this one with the win.
Eddington gonna smack at that one.
Yeah, so force out at third, gets the lead runner Griffith out. But Eddington is safe at first. Your Lady Commodore, you will take that. Just get that lead runner and 1 more out. No damage done here. So number 17 comes with the bat, Cadence Stallings. Needs a good hit to keep this game going.
Swing and a miss right there for Stallings. Just excellent pitch there by Mullins, getting her to bite on it, but just right there outside to where she can't connect.
Yeah. I know you're going to swing hard, though. That's what I mean.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great eye there by the batter to just let that one squeeze through.
A lot of batters don't commit, and they end up small bloop hits or something in the foul ball.
High there. 2-1 count. Still 2 outs for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs trying to hold on, extend this game out a little longer.
Big swing, strike 2. Runners advance.
Both runners advancing there. It's the scoring position. Got runner on second, runner on third. Stallings 2-2 count.
And, 2 outs. I hear this late. They're going on contact. So both runners were ready, able to advance on the pass ball.
Excellent job there by Stallings to just keep that battle. Keep that fight and just foul it off if you can't line it out.
Battling myself over here, trying not to lose our viewers and want to sing Stay Alive. Yeah. If I start singing, we will lose them all, I promise.
Just.
Oh.
Wow.
Didn't touch it. Hard line drive down first base line. Couch reaches out.
Couch about a hair from snagging that one out of there. There's just a lot of power behind that ball, but yet again, excellent job by Stallings to foul that one off.
Yeah, kind of sucks she didn't catch it, but sucks good that she didn't touch it on her part.
Yeah.
That ball was a foot outside the line there. If she would have touched it, it would have been deemed fair. So it does land foul. So count stays the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. See if Mullins can get this strikeout to end this one. Comes with that off speed again. Inside, misses low in the dirt. Runs the count full.
If you're Mullins, you don't have a lot of pressure, but still yet, even at this point in the game, you want to, if you're the Lady Doors, you want to get that last strike there to end it. But excellent job by the Lady Bulldogs to hold on there.
Another hard.
Yet again, just
fouling
it off there, hanging tough with it. And that's one thing I've noticed. Both teams tonight, Matt, they've hung tight to those counts and have been able. They've battled, and we've seen them go 4 to 5 balls fouled out there with fouled off with a full count. And just excellent job by both teams. Being able to keep their heads and fight back with it.
Foul ball. It looks like she fouled it off her own foot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, that is not very. That will not feel good today or tomorrow.
Probably worse tomorrow than tonight, right?
Shakes it off quickly, gets back in the box.
Step back out on it.
Mullins checking in with coach over here, getting the call. Comes off speed, got the third.
He's able to line that one out. Dixon to Couch for the 3rd out.
That's the 3rd out and the last out. as the Lady Commodores will take this one 11-4 over the Lady Bulldogs. I said all the way up until the fifth inning there, it looked like it's going to go either way.
Yeah, it's a game of runs, literally.
So, I mean, they came back and they ran back, back and forth, and then the Lady Commodores just able to get the defense rolling. Some of those quick innings, quick 3 outs. Great game tonight. We're going to kick out for one last commercial break, and we'll be back to wrap this one up on Bluegrass Sports.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
As we're back here, Perry Central Field, as the Lady Commodores take this one 11-4 over the Lady Bulldogs. That score does not tell the story of what this game actually was. Very close throughout. It's a great defense, offense, both sides. So just been a great night of softball after you have to get by the tornado and the monsoon and all that stuff went away.
Yeah, absolutely. It was back and forth. Each team cashed in a run in the first, no runs in the second. The Doors bounce back, go up 5-1 in the third. Then the Bulldogs come back in the fourth to cut it to 5-4. And then after that, it was all Commodores from there, running in 4 runs in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and just closing it out there in the top of the seventh. Excellent job and execution there by Mullins. And then your Lady Commodores, your most valuable player, Michaela Shepard, smacking it right center field over the fence. Just excellent execution by Coach Ratliff and his Commodores.
Yeah, so, it could have went either way. We talked about that multiple times. Could have went either way after they cut it back 4 or 5. But the Lady Commodores kind of just, tightened down. Defense was awesome. I think they had like a 6-pitch or 5-pitch inning there when Hoskins got the hat trick and got all 3 outs. So I said, those kind of helped get the momentum going back. And kind of takes it out of the Lady Bulldogs. I said, they had all kinds of great hitting to start out the game and had that little rally there at the end, too. Look at the hits. They had, I think I may have missed one. I think it was actually 9 hits for the Lady Bulldogs to 11 hits on Perry Central side. So, they hit the ball just as good, but Perry Central did a better job of getting those in groups, all just stringing those together. Yeah, Harold put the ball back up. It is 9.
Yeah,
hits.
you got 11 to 9 hits, but that score still, staying that difference. That just goes to show, Perry Central's defense, and not taking away from Hazard's offense. They made connection with the ball. Awesome job for the Lady Bulldogs, but the Commodore defense, when you got Hoskins out in the outfield, it's hard to be successful if you're not wearing her color.
Yeah,
it's just hard for anybody.
Yeah, so I said we've had a great night of softball here, and an awesome announcing job. Thank you very much, Miss Samantha Turner.
Absolutely.
I said, going to have, like I said, 7 more games up here this year to kind of keep up to date. Now, BSN, man, we've been traveling a lot, just to be honest. We finally have got settled down and are actually rested a little bit. So next week, start looking out on our Facebook page for the schedule coming up. So we're getting everything ready to go. Getting ready back in the saddle for the stretch here. I think we've done 7 baseball games, softball games so far. That means we have. Yeah, hold on here. I used to teach math. I can't remember.
Believe it or not, he taught me math at one point in time, so I'm not going to speak up and do numbers either.
So we had 73 more softball and baseball games coming for you in BSN. That's without the All-A districts and regions and stuff like that. So like I said, we do have a lot more action coming up, so keep tuned, and we'll let you know when we're going to have them on. But once again, thank you from Matthew Hudson, Samantha Turner, and thank you guys for tuning in to Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll see you next time.